One of the most joyful moments in a man's life is discovering that he is about to become a father with the woman he loves. Endrick and his wife, Gabriele Miranda, are now experiencing that special feeling. The couple took to social media today to announce that they are expecting their first child, with Gabriele currently around 3 months pregnant. Heartfelt congratulations to the young couple. However, the happy news comes alongside some concerning developments regarding Endrick's loan spell at Lyon. The Brazilian teenager made a sensational start after joining the French club in January 2026. He hit the ground running with a goal on his debut, followed by a hat-trick against Metz. In his first 5 appearances, he scored 5 goals and was named Ligue 1 Player of the Month for January. For a while, he looked like the perfect revelation, playing a key role in Lyon's strong run of form. There was a well-known story of his frustration on the Real Madrid bench, where he played third fiddle to Kylian Mbappe and Gonzalo Garcia, yet still made the most of his limited opportunities. The loan to Lyon was specifically designed to give the then 19-year-old consistent playing time to aid his development. His explosive beginning was therefore expected, but it also created enormous hype. Media outlets, fans, and even some within the club quickly began treating him as an instant savior. Unfortunately, his output has since cooled significantly. Endrick has endured a strange goal drought in Ligue 1 since late January. Given the sky-high expectations set by his early performances, this dip in form appears more dramatic than it might for a young player still adapting to a new league. While such fluctuations are common with highly hyped talents on loan, the situation is starting to become somewhat embarrassing. French media, particularly the respected L'Equipe, have been highly critical, describing his impact in certain matches as catastrophic. The main criticism centers on his overly individualistic style, holding onto the ball for too long and making poor decisions in the final third, often labeled as selfish. You see, Brazilian football, famously known as jogo bonito, traditionally celebrates flair, individual creativity, dribbling, and improvisation over strict tactical discipline. While this is often praised as artistic in Brazil, it is frequently viewed in Europe as selfish or lacking team structure, especially when results suffer. Many Brazilian talents, such as Neymar, Antony, and Richarlison, have faced similar accusations when their tricks and solo runs fail to produce end products. Modern European football's emphasis on positional play and quick combinations can clash with the more expressive, freestyle approach many young Brazilians bring from their youth systems. Endrick's playing style clearly reflects that background, and he has struggled at times to link effectively with his teammates, leading to a noticeable loss of connection with the team as his form dipped. Initially, Lyon manager Pablo Fonseca was very protective of the youngster during the early stages of his slump. He repeatedly shielded Endrick from external criticism, calling it very unfair and heavy, while pointing out that the player's young age, his long spell without regular football at Real Madrid, and the sudden jump to playing every 3 or 4 days. After Endrick was sent off in a February match against Nantes, Fonseca strongly defended him, criticized the referee, and claimed opponents were trying to intimidate the young talent, insisting that referees must protect him. However, in recent days, Fonseca has become noticeably more direct and demanding. He has openly stated that he is not satisfied with Endrick's recent performances, and that the player has the obligation to do more and make himself more available for the team. The Italian coach nurtured and protected him during the difficult adaptation period. But now that Endrick has settled in, he is pushing him harder. He told me he was a bit tired after his trip with the Brazil national team to the United States, but he has a responsibility to do more, Fonseca said. I'm not here to criticize players, but I expect more from him. He has an obligation to do more. We need him. Right now we are dependent on a player who is playing in the Portuguese 3rd division. Endrick needs to make himself more available. The Portuguese player Fonseca referred to is 21-year-old Afonso Moreira, who joined Lyon this season from Sporting CP's academy. He has stepped up impressively, especially following injuries to other attackers, becoming one of the club's more reliable and hard-working attacking options. Fonseca used him as a positive example to motivate Endrick. Endrick's loan deal expires in June 2026, with no buy option or extension currently confirmed. His agent has repeatedly made it clear that the decision is final. Endrick will return to Real Madrid as a full member of the first-team squad. The club sees him as a key part of their long-term future. The purpose of the loan was to help him gain experience, become physically stronger, and develop into a more complete player ready for greater responsibilities at the Bernabeu. It would make little sense to bring him straight back to Madrid only to have him compete for minutes behind Mbappe. If the Lyon loan ultimately proves unsuccessful, Real Madrid should consider sending him out on another loan, ideally a full season spell at a suitable club. For players aged 18 to 21 who aren't securing regular starts at elite clubs, a well-planned loan or even 2 to 3 seasons at the same club is often far more beneficial than sitting on the bench or making short appearances. Only when he is consistently scoring and performing at a high level will he be truly ready to handle the intense pressure of leading the line for Los Blancos. where even a few goalless games can lead to heavy criticism and even calls for him to be sold.